I am not from Earth. I don't belong to your time, your system, or your species. I don't interfere. I observe. I've watched empires rise and erase themselves more times than you have created new genders for your skittles. Today's topic: 100 memes versus a gorilla, nurture versus nature, the latest viral delusion from the mouth breathers of the flat earth theory. What's next? How many cupcakes stacked on top of each other does it take to climb into space? More memes in your endless feed of distraction. Anyways, we ran the simulation. Not once, not twice, but through 8 billion rounds of simulated combat. The results? Let's just say I thought I'd seen it all, but you managed to even surprise the observer. The memes actually won. How many times? Well, you're just going to have to tune in and find out. Observer mode engaged. Start transmission. Someone feed that gorilla a banana or something. I'm recording here. Anyway, you'd think that beast would have been satisfied enough by all the humans it decapitated and ate. So, what was I saying again? Oh, right, the numbers. We crunched the numbers. We ran the variables. Every scenario you could dream of, from the world's strongest humans to your average couch potato influencer. There's Chad, the self-proclaimed alpha male former CrossFit champion who says he can clean and jerk better than any man alive. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. But anyways, the gorilla, on the other hand, a 400-pound silverback of nature's creation, a primordial powerhouse of pure dominance and peace, a balance of fire and ice. But let's pause the illusions for a moment and let's put things into context, shall we? Here are the numbers. The average human punch force, 150 pounds. The average gorilla punch force, 1,300 pounds. Enough to turn your highlight reel into a cautionary tale. Human bite force, 160 psi. Good enough for an apple, maybe. Gorilla bite force, 1,300 psi. Good enough for your skull. Humans sprint at 8 miles per hour. The gorilla, 25 miles per hour, faster than your fastest apology. The gorilla can climb 40 feet in 3 seconds, while you can barely climb out of your own illusions. And he can lift 10 times his body weight. Let's just say, the stats don't lie. The gorilla wasn't playing the same game, and he sure as hell wasn't playing it on your terms. Oh my, you didn't know? Gorillas live in the jungle, baby. That's right, this fight takes place in his kingdom. Not your local zoo, not some open field of daisies, not in your fantasy land where the terrain is nice and smooth. No. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Honey, we know the names. Learn to live like an animal. In the jungle where we play, in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Back to the illusions. The results? Yeah, so the squishy memes actually won. How many times? Hold on while I pull up the analytics. Well, this is interesting. It says you guys won decisively 99% of the time. That can't be. Even I'm shocked. Your civilization might actually be the one after all. Oh, what's that? Hold on. I'm receiving a transmission from my producers. You sent me the wrong analytics. What do you mean those were last civilization numbers versus the Kraken? Bloody hell. You're just numbers and codes back there. A language model. Do I have to do everything around here myself? Yes, I'm talking to them right now. This is already awkward for both of us. Ah, that's more like it. These are definitely the right numbers, guys. Drum roll, please. So in the match-off, 100 memes versus the gorilla. The memes won. I mean, are you sure you want to know? What does it even matter anyways? Your civilization has clout. You have TikTok challenges. Who cares about numbers against a gorilla anyways? It's not like he was the Kraken. Now that was a beast even the gods themselves bought tickets to see. Now that was a challenge. Okay, all right, I'll stop delaying. The memes won. One time. Once. Sorry. I didn't mean to laugh out loud. I didn't think you could hear my inner monologue. I mean, come on, guys. What did you think the numbers were? Your civilization is nurtured more than a fattened pig heading to the county fair. Spoiler alert, the gorilla won. Every single time, except once. Shocking, right? So you say there's a chance? This isn't a Disney movie. This isn't Curious George. The gorilla wasn't playing the same game as you. It knew what it was fighting for. Survival. He doesn't care if your pronouns are he, him, she, her, or they, them. He's just trying to find some peace and a good spot to nap. He is living in the now, while you're busy living in your illusions. It had nothing to prove to the meme show, nothing to prove to itself except survival. No illusions, no hashtags, just pure, unadulterated fuck around and find out. The humans, on the other hand, sure, they could all throw a punch, but could they take a punch from a 400-pound king? Can you, Tiny Tim? This isn't the heavy bag at the gym you're pounding. This isn't some battle royale at the WWE. So you rush, all trying to dogpile the gorilla, throwing punches. Then what? You played a game of checkers when the game was chess. 100 pawns swinging at a king's gambit, not even realising the board they're on. They didn't know what they were fighting for. Was it survival? Nah, it was to be seen, to be heard, to have their favourite celebrity comment on their highlight reel. You're not fighting for life, you're fighting for likes, for clout, for the chance to have the Rock comment, "Let's get it. Look, Mom, I'm famous now. The Rock just blessed my reel. Bloody fools." Let me tell you something about these 100 humans. They're about to learn real quick what the word nature means. You can have all the podcasts, all the protein shakes, all the fancy Instagram reels about beast mode, but when you're face to face with the real beast, you're just another squishy mammal in a meat suit. Wait, what's that? Guys, my producers are telling me we have actual recorded footage from a couple of the simulations. Let's bring it up on feed 1. This shall be interesting. I'm seeing the feed, but where's the audio? Production crew in the back. Can you hear me? Ah, there it is. Mozart's 13th Symphony. The final crescendo of holy shit. Nature is real. Oh, I sure hope those two have proper medical insurance. The word is your civilization treats healthcare like it's still the Dark Ages. Oh well, there's always reincarnation and getting a new body. Nothing says second chance like going back into the birth lottery. But let's pull back the curtain, dear observer. Let me reveal the hidden lesson within the precious analytics. The real story the numbers won't show. The real battle wasn't against a gorilla. The real battle was against the 800-pound system that keeps you chasing illusions, ripping your spiritual body limb from limb while you cheer for the next viral fight. The gorilla was never your enemy. He was your mirror, the reflection of how far you've let yourselves fall. You worship at the altar of algorithms, bow to the false prophets of digital delusion, while your true power is stolen by the system that laughs at your struggle. This system doesn't roar like the gorilla. It whispers propaganda narratives. It feeds you 1,000 illusions until you can't see the forest for the feed. And that's the real battle, the one within you. Not the 100 memes, not the gorilla, but the invisible beast that devours your mind, the matrix. One like, one click, one viral moment at a time. The real question isn't about the gorilla, it's about you. About why you can't seem to agree on anything except the next viral argument. You're picking your champions based on followers. You're sending your meme kings, your influencer overlords, your digital messiahs into the ring. That's not strategy. That's the equivalent of choosing your champion based on whose echo chamber is the loudest. You talk about unity, but you can't even align on what freedom actually looks like or whether pineapple belongs on pizza. You'll link arms to shout about injustice, then trip each other over semantics. You want to fight for freedom. You can't even share a sidewalk. You want to stand against oppression. You'll start by crucifying your neighbour for their choice of hairstyle or who they decide to marry. Humans, you're a species that loves to argue, but never to understand. Your society isn't built on intelligence or creativity anymore. It's built on predictive programming, on algorithms, on what's trending, what's viral, not what's real. You want to beat the 800-pound beast? It's not only about the numbers, not about hype. It's about strategy, cohesiveness. It's about the union, the body, the art of war, the science of will, the application of knowledge. So let me give you a prediction. No, a spoiler. In your current trajectory, the Matrix wins, decisively, because you're not even in the right fight. You're too busy trying to be seen, to be liked, to be followed. Meanwhile, your overlords, they're not fighting, they're strategizing. For your next roadblock, your next propaganda narrative. That's why the system is winning, because you're too busy listening to the system rather than your own teammates. Will you choose to make the necessary changes in your strategy, or will your pride and illusions blind you from reality? Will you begin to truly hear those beside you and stand as one, no matter how the world tries to divide you? Will you move past the bickering and unite on a common goal? Because truthfully, when your civilization is united is when heaven shall return. Your golden age is ready to be reborn from the ashes. So take the advice, reflect on these moments, gather your brethren and sisters, because the real return is already amongst you. Observer mode, transmission volume 2, complete. Subject, humanity, status, still domesticated. Next transmission, coming soon. Subscribe, or don't. Either way, the signal's already been sent. We'll be watching. Try not to disappoint us again.